sports fans, and Merry Christmas from the heart of Chiefs Kingdom. Imagine this. It's December 25th, 2025, and while families are unwrapping gifts under the tree, the Kansas City Chiefs are gearing up for a holiday showdown without their superstar quarterback. That's right. What if I told you that the two-time MVP, the guy who's redefined what it means to be a gunslinger in the NFL, is sidelined for the second straight game? Buckle up, because tonight we're diving deep into Patrick Mahomes' devastating knee injury, its ripple effects on the Chiefs, and what it means for the future of this storied franchise. I'm your host, bringing you the latest from Arrowhead Stadium, where the roar of 76,000 fans has been a bit quieter lately. Let's break it all down. First off, let's recap the heartbreaker that's got everyone in Kansas City talking. The Chiefs, sitting at a tough 6-9 record this season, are set to face off against the red-hot Denver Broncos, who are cruising at 12-3, right here on Christmas Day. Kickoff's at 8:15 p.m. Eastern on Prime Video. And folks, this one's going to be a grind. Why? Because Patrick Mahomes, the heartbeat of this offense, won't be under center. It's the second game in a row without him, and it's all stemming from that brutal injury back in Week 15 against the Los Angeles Chargers. Picture the scene. Late in the fourth quarter, Chiefs are battling to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. Mahomes, doing what he does best, extending plays like a magician, rolls out of the pocket, but gets spun down awkwardly by Chargers defensive lineman Deshaun Hand. He grabs his left knee, stays down, and the stadium goes silent. Helped off the field, ruled out immediately. Tests later confirmed the worst, tears to both the ACL and LCL in that left knee. Season over. Surgery followed soon after, and the team says it went smoothly. But man, what a gut punch for a squad that's been chasing glory since their back-to-back Super Bowl wins in 2019 and 2020. Now, before we get too down, let's talk about what Mahomes brought to the table this year. Even in a shaky season for the Chiefs, plagued by defensive slips and a run game that couldn't always find its footing, Pat was slinging it like the elite QB we know. In 14 games, he racked up 3,587 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, and just 11 picks, completing about 62.7% of his throws. Not his flashiest stats, sure, but enough to keep KC in the hunt during some nail-biters. Remember that comeback attempt against the Chargers? He was threading needles all game until that fateful play. Without him, the Chiefs dropped their Week 16 matchup to the Tennessee Titans, and things got even messier when backup Gardner Minshew went down with his own knee issue. Now they're turning to the young gun, Chris Oladipo, who's got raw talent, but lacks that Mahomes magic. It's a reminder of how fragile this game can be. One twist, and your season flips. Let's zoom out for some in-depth analysis here, because this isn't just about one player. It's about the whole Chiefs machine. Tactically, Andy Reid's offense has always revolved around Mahomes' arm strength and improvisation. Without him, we're seeing a more conservative playbook, shorter passes, heavier reliance on the ground game with guys like Isaiah Pacheco pounding the rock. But defensively, that's where the cracks have shown all year. The Chiefs' D, led by stars like Chris Jones, who's been a beast with his pass-rushing prowess, has had moments of brilliance, but inconsistencies against the run have let teams like the Chargers and Titans exploit them. Injuries across the board haven't helped. Think about the secondary dealing with nagging issues. Comparatively, look at the Broncos tonight. They're firing on all cylinders with a balanced attack and a stingy defense that's top 5 in points allowed. This AFC West rivalry, it's heated, folks. The Broncos, Chargers, and Raiders have been thorns in KC's side for years. But under Mahomes, the Chiefs own the division with 7 straight titles from 2016 to 2022. Now, with Denver eyeing a playoff bye, this Christmas clash could be a statement game for them, while KC fights for pride and draft position. Speaking of history, let's take a trip down memory lane to appreciate just how vital Mahomes is to this legacy. The Kansas City Chiefs, founded in 1960 as the Dallas Texans, before moving to Missouri in '63, have a rich tapestry woven with triumph and heartbreak. Arrowhead Stadium, opened in 1972, isn't just a venue, it's a fortress, known as the loudest stadium in the world, where fans create seismic noise levels that rattle opponents. Think back to legends like Len Dawson, who quarterbacked them to their first Super Bowl win in 1970, or Derek Thomas, the Hall of Fame linebacker whose speed and ferocity defined the 90s defense. Fast forward to today, and Mahomes is the heir apparent, born in Tyler, Texas, son of a former MLB pitcher. Pat burst onto the scene in 2017 after being drafted 10th overall. His no-look passes, sidearm throws, and that cannon arm? Revolutionary. He's got 3 Super Bowl rings already, including that epic comeback in Super Bowl 54 against the 49ers. But injuries like this, they echo past woes, like when Joe Montana, another Chiefs QB great, dealt with elbow issues in the 90s. Statistically, without Mahomes, KC's win percentage drops dramatically. Historically, they've struggled in quarterback transitions, posting losing records in seasons without a star slinger. To give you some expert insight, I caught up, hypothetically of course, with a few voices from Chiefs Kingdom. Imagine Chiefs head coach Andy Reid at the podium. Patrick's our leader, no doubt. This injury tests our depth, but it's also a chance for guys like Oladipo to step up. We're building for the long haul. Or picture Travis Kelce, the tight end extraordinaire and Mahomes' favorite target, sharing in a post-game chat. Man, it's tough seeing my brother out there hurt. But Pat's a fighter. He'll come back stronger, dropping dimes like nothing happened. Chiefs Kingdom, stay loud. Even a fictional fan quote from Tailgate Row at Arrowhead. We've been through droughts before, like the playoff curse in the 90s. Mahomes is our modern miracle. We'll rally around the team tonight against those Broncos. And let's not forget the pop culture ties. Mahomes' State Farm commercials with Jake from State Farm have made him a household name, and his romance with Britney has been tabloid gold. Ties to current events? In a year where sports injuries are spotlighted amid player safety debates, this ACL tear underscores the NFL's push for better turf and recovery tech. Looking ahead, the recovery timeline is key. Chiefs head trainer Rick Burkholder estimates about 9 months, eyeing a Week 1 return in 2026. Mahomes is already rehabbing under team watch, per reports from NFL insider Ian Rappaport. They're playing it safe, no rushing back, focusing on full strength. With the playoffs out of reach for the first time since 2014, this offseason is all about rebuild mode. Implications? A higher draft pick could mean snagging a stud offensive lineman or another weapon for Mahomes. Predictions? I see KC bouncing back strong. Mahomes at full tilt, paired with defensive reinforcements, could make them Super Bowl contenders again. Looking forward, Mahomes' return could spark another dynasty run, maybe even chasing Tom Brady's ring count. Stay passionate, stay engaged, and follow us for more updates on the Chiefs' journey back to the top. From Arrowhead to your holiday hearth, Merry Christmas and go Chiefs!